So we're in Victoria Park today showing some homes to some out-of-state clients, one of you guys, and I'm gonna head back to the office to do a full map tour. We'll look at the location, some of the main roads, shopping, dining nearby, and really just what makes this area so special, so coveted, offering that real suburban lifestyle, but right in the heart of the city, and personally, why it's my favorite neighborhood. Here we go. Welcome to the Living Fort Lauderdale channel, where we make these videos to give you something that I didn't have when I first moved down here almost 5 years ago. But more than we love making these videos, we'd love the opportunity to earn your real estate business. We hope you get value out of these videos, and we'd love to help you make a smooth move down to South Florida. So feel free to reach out to us at any time. With that being said, I'm gonna head back to the office so we can take a look at Victoria Park. All right, so let's dive into the map right now. I kind of have it zoomed out a lot just so you can see where Victoria Park is in relation to some other towns that I talk about. You know, Pompano Beach up here. This Fort Lauderdale, this is the center of the city, so downtown. Now let's zoom in a little bit. Kind of give you an idea of what the landscape looks like here. As you can see, downtown Fort Lauderdale right here. Victoria Park is just to the northeast of it. Okay, so let's talk about what makes this area so special, why a lot of our clients love it, and personally why I love it. And let's just start off with the borders, some of the main roads, and just the overall location. So obviously you can see downtown Fort Lauderdale right here. The border of Victoria Park goes just like this. So on the north side, we have Sunrise Boulevard. And Sunrise Boulevard will take you west a couple miles to 95, or it will take you east, maybe a mile, maybe not even, to the beach. So you do have beach and highway access from the north side. This little bend right here is US 1. So this is Federal Highway, and this just keeps going north. So this would take you into Pompano Beach and just as far north as you want to go in the state of Florida. Now, as we come back down, US 1 kind of bends right here, turns into Sunrise, and then it bends again right here. I don't know if you can see that. This bend is US 1. And this is what's gonna take you into downtown Fort Lauderdale. And so to the east side, we have Victoria Park. West of US 1 is Flagler Village and downtown. And then if you keep going south, following this road, that's US 1, that will continue to take you as far south as you wanna go and to the airport, maybe about 10 minutes. Now, as we go to the south side of Victoria Park, we have Broward Boulevard. Right here. So Broward Boulevard cuts right through downtown. And again, maybe a couple miles, right to I-95. So really good access, really good location. This is probably the #1 thing that brings people to this area, aside from the homes and just the vibe, which we'll get into in a minute. And then one more thing I want to point out is Las Olas Boulevard. So Las Olas is down here, and this is Broward right here. So from any of these side streets right here, you can get straight down to Las Olas Boulevard, which if you take it east, will also take you to the beach. So now let's jump into this neighborhood and see why people really love living here. So if you haven't seen my first video on Victoria Park, I'm gonna link it up there. But this is a very old neighborhood, and for being in North Fort Lauderdale, it's very different. There's a lot of charm and a lot of character, and you don't tend to see that a lot in the northern half of Fort Lauderdale. And if you don't know, the north and the south is split by Broward Boulevard. So this street right here splits the north and the south. And so the style of homes, the character, A lot of our clients that come from older areas in the Northeast, they love this neighborhood just because of that. So let's look at some street views. So one of the main roads that runs through Victoria Park, one of the most popular streets, is going to be Victoria Park Boulevard, which pretty much runs right along the end of it. And this will actually take you from Broward all the way up to Sunrise right here. So you can actually cut right through the neighborhood and avoid a lot of traffic. But that's definitely one of the more popular, I don't want to say popular streets, but one of the nicer streets in Victoria Park. When you hear me mention that Victoria Park is full of tree-lined streets, this is one that I'm referring to. And so if we just pop in right here, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Very mature. It's just one of these types of neighborhoods. And if we look at some of the homes, they're all different styles. You can see they're very old, they have character, and it's not uncommon to see a home like this, a very modern, contemporary home, right next to something a little older. Of course, I would pull up right in front of the tree, but if we keep driving down this street, you'll see it's a very nice street. It's very, very nice to look at, really nice homes. And not too much of the neighborhood is waterfront. If you'll notice, a lot of it is dry lot. Most of this neighborhood is dry. The only water runs along the east side. So if you are, I guess, northeast of this little bridge right here, you will have direct ocean access with no fixed bridges. And so this road right here, pretty much everybody who lives right along here has direct ocean access. But okay, so why do our clients love it here and why do I love it here? I know if you've been to my channel before, you've probably heard me say that this is probably my favorite neighborhood in all of Fort Lauderdale. And the reality is that there's just so much to do around here, and it's not even inside the neighborhood. The neighborhood, for the most part, is just residential. It's what's surrounding it. So zooming back out, it's the proximity to everything. You know, downtown is right here. So you have a ton of good restaurants. You can see you have the museum, NSU Art Museum, Museum of Discovery and Science. You also have the Broward Center for the Performing Arts down here. And then north of downtown, you have Flagler Village, which has like all the hip spots, the trendy restaurants. And then along US 1 is where you're gonna have all your shopping centers with your grocery shopping. So you don't really have to go far to do anything here. And then another cool thing is that once you come here on Sunrise Boulevard and you cross this bridge, this first bridge right here, you have the Galleria Mall right here. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, the Galleria Mall is kind of a little bit outdated. They have plans to redevelop it. I don't know, I've been hearing this for a couple years now. I don't think anything's been done to it yet, but it's pretty much the only real mall in the city of Fort Lauderdale. I mean, we have the Coral Ridge Mall, but in my opinion, that one's even worse than the Galleria. So that is literally right on the edge of the neighborhood. As you can see the borders. If you come out on the north side, it's right there. And then Hubert State Park, really cool park right here that has access to the beach. You kind of don't feel like you're in Florida. This is one of those spots in Fort Lauderdale where if you like hiking, I mean on flat surfaces because there's no hills, but you feel like you're in the woods here. There's really nice views along this edge of the homes on the intercoastal. And then like I mentioned, you have access to the beach from the park. And speaking of parks, one of the things I failed to mention in my last video was Holiday Park right here. And this is arguably one of the most popular parks in the Fort Lauderdale area, or at least in the city of Fort Lauderdale. And it's just massive. I mean, you can see for a small neighborhood, you can see how much this park takes up. And I mean, it's got basically everything you need. You can see multiple baseball fields, football, soccer, basketball. It's got the pickleball courts, which I hear get pretty packed late at night. I believe the lights stay on till 11 o'clock. It's got a dog park. There's outdoor fitness throughout this park, the tennis center right here. So Holiday Park, I completely forgot to mention it in my last video, so it's okay though. I'm showing it to you now. And then right outside of Holiday Park, there's the Parker Playhouse, which is a theater where you'll find concerts and comedy shows, orchestras, things of that nature. All right, so I don't think it would do any justice just by showing you the Google Street views of what this neighborhood looks like to actually give you the vibe of it. But I do want you to see what it looks like, what the homes look like, what the area looks like, why our clients love it, why I love it so much, and what makes it such a popular area in Fort Lauderdale. So stick around for some driving B-roll and some extra drone footage. But before we go, if you got any value from this video, we'd love to hear from you. We'd love to help you in any way that we can, so make sure to reach out to us at any time. We also have our brand new Living Fort Lauderdale Facebook community with the link in the description for that as well. So I want to wish you a happy, healthy new year, 2024. As always, I appreciate you watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.